Caitlin Clark finally walked back into Gainbridge Fieldhouse after almost 10 months away, and the atmosphere inside the arena felt completely different. Fans were not just showing up for a preseason game. They were there to welcome back the biggest star in women's basketball. And Clark wasted absolutely no time reminding everyone why her name has dominated the sport for the last 2 years. Before the 2026 WNBA season, ESPN released its top 50 players ranking and placed Caitlin Clark at number 10, while Paige Bueckers was ranked ahead of her at number 8. That ranking immediately caused a huge reaction online because Clark is the same player who finished 4th in MVP voting as a rookie, won World Cup MVP, and completely changed the popularity of women's basketball. She brought massive television ratings, sold-out arenas, and attention that the WNBA had not seen in years. On top of that, she backed it all up on the court with deep three-point shooting, elite passing, and the ability to control an offense at a superstar level. So when her first home game back happened to be against Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings, everyone wanted to see one thing. Was ESPN right? Or did Caitlin Clark still belong much higher on that list? From the opening minutes, Clark looked like a player ready to make a statement. In only 16 minutes of action, she scored 21 points on 66% shooting, hit 2 of her three-point attempts, and went 11 for 13 from the free throw line. Those are not normal preseason numbers. That is superstar efficiency. Her first basket came when she attacked from the top of the key, blew past Paige Bueckers, and finished at the rim before the defense could rotate. That single play immediately showed fans that her speed and explosiveness were fully back after months of injuries. A few possessions later, Monique Billings set a perfect screen. Clark caught the ball, on the wing, and without hesitation knocked down a smooth three-pointer. It was exactly how Indiana's offense is supposed to look when Clark is running the floor. Then came another huge moment when Clark read Bueckers' passing lane perfectly, stole the ball clean, and went coast to coast for a layup before Dallas could recover. That was not just athleticism, it was elite basketball IQ. Clark's ability to predict plays before they happen is one of the reasons she controls games at such a high level. Clark's dominance at the free throw line also stood out. She earned 13 free throw attempts because Dallas defenders simply could not stop her without fouling. For the last 2 seasons, fans have constantly complained that Clark does not get enough foul calls despite taking heavy contact on drives and closeouts. After this game, Clark even mentioned that she thought the referees did a great job. More importantly, her overall offensive approach looked more mature than before. Instead of forcing difficult shots every possession, she showed more patience, attacked the paint smarter, and used the mid-range game more effectively. That makes this version of Caitlin Clark even more dangerous than the one who already finished top 4 in MVP voting. To be fair, Paige Bueckers also had an impressive game. She scored 20 points on 8 of 12 shooting and hit 4 of her 6 three-point attempts. Nobody is denying her talent, but when comparing both players directly, the difference was still noticeable. Bueckers played more minutes, took more shots, and still finished with 1 fewer point than Clark. The biggest difference came in free throw generation and offensive pressure. Clark constantly forced the defense into uncomfortable situations, while Bueckers did not create the same level of pressure inside the paint. That is why many fans felt this matchup clearly favored Clark, despite ESPN ranking Bueckers higher. The final score, however, was not in Indiana's favor. The Fever lost 95-80, but the context behind that result matters a lot. Indiana was missing 2 important starters, Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull, both sitting out for precautionary reasons. Dallas entered the game with almost its full roster available. The second quarter completely changed everything as Dallas exploded on a massive 36-7 run. Indiana struggled badly on defense, failed to fight through screens, left shooters open, and committed turnover after turnover. The Fever finished with 17 turnovers, and those mistakes allowed Dallas to score easy transition baskets all night. Head coach Stephanie White pointed directly at turnovers and ball movement as the team's biggest problems after the game. Dallas coach Jose Fernandez clearly prepared his team to attack Indiana's weaknesses in transition, and the Fever gave them too many opportunities. Even in the loss, Indiana still showed several positive signs for the future. Kelsey Mitchell scored 10 points in 17 minutes and looked aggressive attacking downhill. When Mitchell and Clark share the floor together, defenses are forced to guard two explosive scorers at the same time. Rookie Raven Johnson was also one of the biggest bright spots of the game. She finished with 5 steals and 5 assists in limited minutes, constantly disrupting passing lanes and creating fast break opportunities. Clark even praised Johnson after the game, saying her defensive energy changes the entire pace of the team. When Indiana eventually gets fully healthy, the roster starts to look extremely dangerous. Clark controls the offense and stretches defenses with her shooting range. Aaliyah Boston protects the paint and creates a strong pick-and-roll partnership with Clark. Lexi Hull provides off-ball shooting and defensive versatility. Raven Johnson creates chaos defensively, while Kelsey Mitchell attacks the basket aggressively. That combination has the potential to become one of the most difficult lineups to defend in the WNBA. Rebounding was another huge issue in this game. Dallas dominated Indiana on the boards 45-26, and Boston's absence was clearly noticeable inside the paint. Maisha Hines-Allen competed hard with 7 points and 7 rebounds, but Indiana still lacked a true interior anchor. Sophie Cunningham also looks like an important piece moving forward because of her toughness, perimeter defense, and catch-and-shoot ability. When Clark attracts double teams, players like Cunningham become extremely valuable. At the center of all the conversation was still the rivalry narrative between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers. The media has pushed this matchup heavily, and after this preseason game, many fans believe the on-court performance did not support ESPN's ranking. Bueckers absolutely belongs in the WNBA and clearly has star potential, but Clark looked like the more complete and impactful player in this specific matchup. She scored more efficiently, created more pressure on the defense, drew more fouls, and even picked Bueckers' pocket in transition. Most importantly, she did all of it while playing limited minutes in her first home appearance after nearly 10 months away from basketball. One preseason game does not decide everything, and Paige Bueckers will continue improving as she adjusts to the professional level. But this game still felt important because it became the first real direct comparison between two of the biggest young stars in women's basketball. Caitlin Clark came back from injuries, played only 16 minutes, scored 21 points, and completely reminded everyone why she is already one of the faces of the league. The regular season rematch between Indiana and Dallas on May 9th is now going to have even more attention, especially once Indiana gets Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull back into the lineup. ESPN ranked Caitlin Clark 10th, but based on what fans saw in Indianapolis, the court seemed to say something very different. So now the big question is, was ESPN right to rank Caitlin Clark below Paige Bueckers, or did this game prove that Clark is still on another level? One thing is clear. After 10 months away, Caitlin Clark came back looking sharper, smarter, and more dangerous than ever. And with the regular season rematch against Dallas coming up, this rivalry is only getting started. What do you think? Who is the better player right now, Caitlin Clark or Paige Bueckers? Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest WNBA news and breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.